Imagine waking up in a world without smartphones, microwaves, or even television. The year is 1925, exactly 100 years ago. It's a time of jazz, flappers, silent films, and Model T Fords. A time of major change, modern beginnings, and simple routines. So what was daily life really like a century ago? Let's step into the shoes of someone living in 1925 and discover what a typical day looked like.
Wake-up call. No alarms, just sunrise or a knock. Most people woke up with the sun or to the sound of a town crier, a milkman, or even a knock from a knocker-upper in cities.
Morning routine. No toothpaste tubes or electric razors. You'd use a cake of soap for your face, maybe a boar-bristled toothbrush, and shaving was done with a straight razor. Hot water had to be boiled by hand. No instant showers here.
Breakfast. Oatmeal, eggs and coffee on a wood stove. A typical 1925 breakfast was hearty. Eggs, porridge, bacon or biscuits, all made from scratch.
Cooking was done on a wood-burning or coal stove.
Off to work or school,
on foot, horse or trolley. Few families owned cars. Most people walked, biked or took electric streetcars. The average workday was long, and child labor still existed in many areas. School days were strict and patriotic. Kids wrote on slates, memorized poems and stood in rows. Punishment was harsh and corporal, but school was also a place of order, pride and learning the 3 R's.
Clothes took time and effort. Men wore suits and hats. Women wore dresses and corsets or girdles.
Clothing was hand-washed and line-dried. No machines to help. $1 went a long way in 1925. A loaf of bread cost 10 cents, and a new car was about $300. The average salary, around $200 per year.
The roaring 20s were in full swing.
The country was booming. Jazz was hot, prohibition was law, and the stock market was climbing. It was a decade of glamour and tension. Radio was the center of entertainment. Families gathered around large wooden radios to hear music, news, and shows. The voices of announcers became household names. Movies were silent and magical. Going to the movies was a big deal. Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton ruled the screen. No sound, just subtitles and a live pianist. Prohibition changed social life. Alcohol was illegal, but that didn't stop people. Speakeasies, jazz clubs, and bootleggers thrived in the underground nightlife scene. The Harlem Renaissance was thriving. In New York, black culture exploded through music, poetry, and politics. Figures like Langston Hughes and Louis Armstrong became legends. Medicine was advancing, slowly. Penicillin wasn't in use yet. Common treatments included tonics, leeches, and herbal remedies, but doctors were finally washing their hands. Women were finding their voice. Just 5 years after women gained the right to vote, the 1920s saw the rise of the new woman, independent, stylish, and outspoken. Technology was changing lives. Electricity was spreading, and homes had telephones, washing machines, and fridges, if you could afford them. The future was beginning to sparkle. Families ate dinner together every night. There were no takeout apps. Families sat down at the table each evening to eat a home-cooked meal, share stories, and say grace. Leisure was simple and social. Evenings included board games, church events, dances, or just sitting on the porch. People actually talked face-to-face. Travel was an adventure. Airplanes were rare. Most long-distance travel was done by train. A cross-country trip took days, not hours. Cities were booming. Rural life still dominated, urban life was rising. But more than half of Americans still lived in rural areas, farming or working small-town jobs. Life was slower, but not easier. 25 was a year of hard work, limited rights, and simpler pleasures. Life wasn't easy, but it was connected, tactile, and filled with change. Now you've walked through a day in 1925, 100 years ago. It's a time that feels so far away, yet strangely familiar. Thanks for traveling back in time with us. Want more deep dives into the past? Stick around, we're just getting started.